What's up YouTube, that boy Nels again here with another video. And today, so first of all, let me apologize for being away for so long. I know you lot probably haven't worried about where I've been, but in case you was, there's been a lot going on, man, with like uni work and COVID and practice and stuff. And recently there's been a death in the family. Don't really want to talk about it too much. So yeah, like I've just been off the rails a little bit, like antisocial, don't want to do much, not having the motivation for doing that. But I thought, you know what, let me just try and get back into the realm of being active and socializing. So first thing I thought to do was make a YouTube video. Come back to the party, yeah, and the galley and the party, but the galley. So I'm gonna be about this one altercation that happened at a park with these Mexican guys. So what it was is like, my auntie Stacy, this is when I was living with my auntie Stacy in Miami, Florida, Broward County, Wessel Heights, stand up. My auntie used to sell like these bottles of cologne, and she always used to sell them outside like a shop called Walgreens, like next to a Blockbuster. When Blockbuster was Blockbuster, and everybody would go to Blockbuster. So we was like, you know what? Auntie was like, Blockbuster, everybody at Blockbuster, let me just sell some colognes because everybody gonna be there. So why not? So yeah. And this was on like a weekend, and on the weekends, all the cousins would go to my auntie's house because auntie's house was lit. It used to be turned up. Everybody was at auntie's house. So my auntie had like this white pickup truck, so you could get in the back of it, and some of us would sit in the front. So all the cousins popped out that day. It was me, Raekwon, Rico, Nathan, Bossman, my brother Shot, Callie and Kamal wasn't there though. So we was all. And so what we would do, there was like a park around the corner from the Walgreens, and my auntie would be out there all day, and we would always go. So we was like, so she said to us like, oh, while she's selling these colognes, we should go and play. So it was like, all right, cool. All the cousins pop out, we walk and go play at the park. So get to the park now, and there's like these Mexican guys. It's like, I think they were family related too, because it was like a guy that was my age. At the time, I was probably like 7 or 8, around that age, right? So we at the park now, and I'm playing on the slide. It's like a little metal slide. All of my cousins are like on the swings, on the jump rope, on the little tires and stuff. So I'm on the slide, and I think like there was a Mexican kid there that was my age, but like I think his family members or whoever they was there too. And he had like an older cousin. I think it was like an older guy. But it was like an older guy, a guy that was like around, I think my age again. But the guy that I got into the altercation with was younger than me. But I think he was like not too much younger than me. But yeah. So I'm going down the slide now, and he keeps waiting at the bottom of the slide, like. And every time I'm getting off the slide, he's looking at me. So I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? So do that. And then like every time I would do it, like every time I was going down the slide, he was looking at me like he had an issue. So I was like, yo. In my head, I didn't say nothing to him because believe it or not, I'm not very confrontational. I don't like fighting. I do not like fighting. But if I have to fight, I will fight you. So, and then like his cousins are talking to him. They're speaking in Spanish. I don't know what the fuck they were saying. I don't know what they were talking about. So my cousins come over, and like we're all playing now. And then like what I think he wanted to do was, I think he wanted to like climb up the slide, but we kept going down it. But like, bro, you're trying to climb up a slide. The slide is to go down, not meant to climb up. So you can't even be mad at the guy, mad at us, yeah, for doing that. So couple minutes go by, I'm going down the slide. So now it's just me. Now it's me, Nathan, Rico, all of us lot going down the slide. And then I go down the slide. And he said something to me. But like I don't know if he said anything racist. To this day, I still don't know what he said. But obviously, but like he said it, and like he was looking all stern faced. He was like, so obviously I was like, yo, what's the issue? Like, what's your problem? And then he's like, he just immediately just gets defensive. He's like, oh, shut up, you keep going down the slide, all of this. I'm like, in my head, like, Like for me, yeah, like I'm not thinking about it. Like I don't try. Like it's weird, bro. Like I don't state like the facts. I just like leave it alone, innit? And then like when I go home, I'll be like, yo, but the slide's meant to be slid down. Or I'm weird. It's weird. I'm weird like that. So now, yeah, I think he like the older cousins. They must have getting into like an altercation with like my cousins now. I don't know what they was arguing about, but like it was just like a whole lot of hostility, like a whole lot of animosity at that part that day. So I'm like, yo, bro, like what's going on? I go over there, what's going on? And then like we're all arguing, and then it stops, and then we just carry on playing. And then they all like go into like a little group, like the Mexican guys, but like they're looking at us like they're plotting though, like they're gonna try to do us something. So we're like, so I see it, but the rest of the cousins don't see it. So now I just like think, oh no, they're not gonna do nothing, forget about it. So I go up the slide now, and like I go up the slide, and the kid's waiting at the bottom again. But like he's waiting like mad close to the like the slide, like the bit like when my legs are meant to come down. So I just said to him like, yo, I'm coming down the slide, and my feet are probably gonna kick you. So if they kick you, don't get mad. Then he's like, oh, I dare you, all of that. So I'm like, bro, listen, man's coming down the slide, innit? I don't want to hear no chat. I'm coming down. But obviously, I had a little American accent back then. Now grew up in England, it's all gone. So lingo's mash up. I said to him, I'm coming down the slide. If I kick you, don't say nothing. I don't want to hear it. And he's like, I dare you. So I'm like, all right, whatever then. I like, you got on the slide. Kick, man. Immediately, he swings on me. What? Two of them hit me right on my forehead. I remember, bro. Smacked me hard as no. I'm in shock, and I get up. I'm like, yo, what's that about? And the cousins see it. So the cousins run over. They're like, yo, Nas, what's going on? I was like, yo, this nigga just hit me. And they're like, yo. And then his cousins run over, and they think, oh, yeah. My cousins run over, their cousins run over. So they're like scrapping now. Like they want to scrap now, and basically they wanted to fight. They couldn't have been out for no other reason, but they wanted to fight. So obviously they wanted to fight. So now I'm talking to this dude who just punched me in my head. I'm like, yo, why did you swing on me? Like I told you I was coming down the stairs, and he's like all cussing in his language, like puta or that. I'm like, and then my cousins, they egged it on a bit, but at the same time, he just hit me in my head for no reason. You get it? So they're like, oh no, you can't let him hit you in your head like that, boy. Y'all gotta run the ones. I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. Well, let's run the ones. But then I thought about it. I was like, yo, let me ask him to say sorry first. And if he don't say sorry, then we're running the ones. I'm like, bro, say sorry, cause that hurt. That really hurt. And I don't think it was called for. Say sorry. Yeah. Then he's like, oh, I'm not saying sorry. You deserved it. You've been being a bitch all day. So immediately, I'm like, all right, whatever then, let's run the ones, yeah? And then I'm stood by the slide, like my back's towards the slide, and he stood in front of the slide still. So now, like he runs at me, like he tries to grab me, I just throw two. What? Backs up, stumbles, yeah? Runs at me again, I just hit him with an uppercut. What? Yo, I hit him with some haymakers that day. I don't know, I thought I was Floyd out there. I thought I was Floyd out there, yeah? Throwing punches, smacked him up. He starts crying, yeah? And then his cousins, but I think because his cousins were like a lot older than me. One of them was a lot older than me, and then there was the one that was like a bit older, but he was like close to, and everyone was like mad older. So they didn't like fight, they didn't want to fight me after that. Like not because I don't think they were scared, it was just like, he's old, he's younger than us, and he started it, so he got what he deserved in it. So after that, yeah, we all leave. Like we don't leave immediately. Like we're all like, yo, all of that. And then like I said to him, like, yo, bro, let's just dap it up. Like it didn't have to come to that, but like you have to understand where I'm coming from. You hit me, and obviously I can't just let it slide. He don't even. I put my hand out to shake my hand. Man just slaps my hand away. I'm like, all right then, whatever. And then. So like after that, me and my cousins, we all just go back to the truck. Like we didn't even tell our auntie what happened. I don't think to this day she knows what happened. So like, we go back to the truck. Auntie's finishing up. We pack up, go home. Next day we come back, and then the kids there again, innit? Like I see them coming out of Walgreens, Then my cousins start laughing at him, and then like he starts getting mad, and then like we was having like a little argument, and then my auntie was like, "Oh, what's going on?" But then we just left. Like we just said, we know him from school. we didn't really know, buddy. We just said we know him from school. Like we just running a joke, and then yeah, bro, like dude really swung on me, punched from my head. I'm like, nah, it can't happen, bro. But yeah, peeps, that's it really. Not too much else to say about that problem there. But growing up in America, it was very, very, very challenging. You had to learn, you had to know how to fight if you lived out there. But yeah, peeps, I've been that boy Nas. Came at you lot with another video. Make sure you tell a friend, and yeah, we out.